Hello, I'm McPatches3D. I'm a variety retro streamer. I collect the retro games and I stream the retro games.
Well, welcome. Thank you so much for coming on today.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. So tell me about yourself.
So I'm an affiliate streamer. I started streaming almost exactly a year ago. It's been a few days, roughly. I now have around 690 followers. It's kind of fluctuated the last few days since I prepared everything. And my average viewers are sitting around 15, but it spikes up and, fluctuating if streaming.
For sure. Wow, nice. Yeah. Almost a year in. Let's go. Congrats.
Yeah. It's been a really fun ride. Lots of learning.
Yeah, I mean, all of us, we don't really know what we're doing. We're just trying to
Oh, no. It's all throwing darts at a board and seeing what sticks, and then sometimes something sticks one day and then the next day it's out the window.
Yeah, exactly. So let's flash back to affiliate about a year ago when you started streaming. Did you have a plan or did you just hit go live?
I didn't have a hard plan, but I hit the ground running, and the plan that happened is I reached out to a partnered streamer that I've been watching for 6 or 7 years now. And I was like, hey, do you think you could check out my new stream and give me some tips? And I was streaming under a different tag, and he asked me why. And I was like, oh, well, I didn't want to accidentally promote myself. He's like, no. You've been building connections on Twitch for years. Stream under your main account. And I was like, oh, I didn't. Oh, okay. And so then the next day when I was watching, he was like, hey, did you figure it out? I was like, yeah, this is the one. He's like, everybody check out McPatches. And so that gave me my 3 average. And that's not a hard actionable plan for people unless they've been a part of Twitch infrastructure. That's something that you can do, but it does give the idea of making connections.
Wow.
And
no, that's so good.
My plan for reaching, oh no, of course. My plan for reaching affiliate beyond that was I watched all the YouTube videos and did that whole rabbit hole. I was like, okay, so I'm gonna start streaming. I want to reach affiliate really fast. I would check my views. I didn't actively watch my view count, but I would check my views at the 2 hour mark. And if I was below 3, I would wrap up for the day. If I was over 3 and could keep going, I would to keep my average up. And so I had the 3 average viewers over it, and then the 50 followers from getting shout outs and making connections outside of that. So I got affiliate within a week of starting.
That's so smart. Look at you. Wow. Okay, so I know you said you're well, that's not much of a plan, but that was a real plan. You didn't mean to, but you networked for 5 years before that, right?
Exactly.
So you were able to meet those connections, and I love that. Instead of going to another streamer and being hey, can you shout me out or raid me? You were just hey, honestly, can you give me tips because I look up to you? Which totally worked out, because then on their own accord, they did shout you out, which was so nice.
Exactly.
Did you have any dips after you reached affiliate?
Yeah. So I started with Final Fantasy VII, which is a popular game, but it's an old game. So you don't have the competition of a brand new game. And it was going really well. And I had felt like I was getting a good following, good steam, new people popping in all the time. And then Bravely Default 2 came out, and I streamed that right away being this is the new game. It's it's just gonna skyrocket me. It did not. I had the first stream, I had 1 or 2 people all day, and it was super upsetting, but it was a sobering slap of reality of me going, oh, okay, I have the wrong idea of how easy this is gonna be. And I'm glad it happened right away, because it humbled me and made me actually consider things. And that's been my my plan whenever I've had dips.
Do you have any successful tips for getting views and getting followers? Something that you did that was oh, that actually kind of worked.
I've just kind of rid that line of just being myself and making friends. And again, not friends with intentions of getting that following and stuff, but just genuinely making friendships. I think as far as tips go, just being the biggest yourself you can be, being confident in yourself, cranking it to 11. You don't have to be the most energetic all the time. You just have to be you. the most you can be. And I've really pushed into like building that community sense. I play a lot of story heavy games. Most of my games I play are JRPGs, so they're longer. They take like average of like 40 hours to beat, and that gives a lot of content, but it also keeps people coming back for the next show. And then during the shows, I've just worked on increasing engagement. Like most recently, I've made redemptions through Triggerfire that like pop things up on screen, making it funny, or sound effects and stuff. Just like little sound bits that people can redeem or activate through commands. And it adds like a unique experience to games that people are probably super familiar with.
So you kind of referenced it a little bit earlier, but any other tips to get people to come back after that they had already followed?
So I think it's one of those things that you can do so much, but it's hard to like gauge if they're going to. I think really interacting with them during your stream and getting to know them, like don't single them out and never call out a lurker, but
Right.
I think making your streams engaging and friendly really helps people want to come back. And if they're chatting, they're more likely to come back anyways. Like that, just statistically speaking, like as soon as somebody chats, they're like more likely to want to come back. So the longer you can like keep chat going, and I know people stress about it and get in their heads with like trying to keep chat going. Just what I've done is like make questions of the day, so it gives that icebreaker and like helps people. And I usually put it as like my title of my stream, and I'll bring it up too. I'll be like, and I like to try to go down the improv route of, okay, yes, and like continue a train of thought.
So big picture plans now. So you've gotten to that average of 15. You're at the year of streaming. What's next?
So my big focus for this next like year, I took the first year, I like had a big plan. I'm like, I'm gonna get partner in a year. That's what we're doing. We're doing it. And then that reality slap hit, and I was like, that's not a reality. It might happen, but I'm not gonna be able to make it happen like necessarily. So I took the year to like develop myself and find like my place in Twitch, focusing on the community growth, like really bringing people together. Again, the friendships. But I'm taking what I've been doing and just pushing it further, and actually planning things out.
I like that. I like how when you started streaming, you're just like partner, and now you're like, hold on, like friendships, what I want to play, goals, and things like that. And if partner comes, like it comes. Exactly.
I'm not stressing about the partner. Like that is a goal of mine, but it's not like something I can just do. So I'm like finding out the pieces for my my community.
Well, that's all the time that we have for today. Thank you so much for coming on and answering all the questions. I'm going to write some of that stuff down.
Awesome. I had a great time. Thank you for having me on.
Of course. And I can't wait to check out your streams too. Thanks so much.
Of course. Have a good day.
Bye.